You ever walk out of a really good meeting and 10 minutes later, you can't remember half of what was said? There's a new device that fixes that. And it does something I haven't seen another voice recorder do. So let's go over the HiDock P1. I'm gonna go over all the different features of this, show you how it works with your own earbuds, and then walk you through a quick demo of this, and go over who this is for, all to help you make an informed buying decision. So the HiDock P1, this is a portable AI voice recorder. It records audio, transcribes it, and then summarizes everything for you using AI. It has 64 gigabytes of built-in storage, dual ECM microphones, and it charges over USB-C. It works with laptops, phones, and tablets, both iOS and Android. Okay, so let's do a quick unboxing and then talk more about the device. All right, so let's do an unboxing of the HiDock P1. So really nice packaging. I have all the controls here, lays them out on the device. We have our quick start guide. Then we have a little metal plate that we can use to attach the HiDock to. It has a little 3M tape, so we can just add this to the back of the HiDock. Then once it's on the back of the HiDock, then it can be attached to anything metal. All right, then we have the device itself. So first impressions, this is really nice, feels high quality, sturdy. And then we have the touch control cable. That's really cool. It's magnetic. And there's the touch control that goes into your laptop, and this connects to the device. All right, so you get the essentials here: the HiDock P1, quick start guide, touch control cable, and the little metal plate. Okay, so more about the build quality here. So right at the top here, it has this metal chassis that actually feels really premium. It has some weight to it, but not too heavy. So this is around 7.4 ounces, and it fits right into your pocket or your bag. So of course you have the jog wheel, which controls playback. You can click between recordings, fast forward, all from this one dial here. And again, we'll go over a demo of all this in a second. The record button is right here on the side, and you get a little tactile buzz when recording starts, which is really nice. It's just easier to have that tactile feedback. Okay, and then check this out. So there's a built-in magnet into this, so you can snap it right onto the back of your laptop, your monitor stand, the filing cabinet, wherever you want to keep it nearby. So it does come with this little magnet that is even stronger, but you can attach it to your phone. It's not the strongest magnet. It will come off if you shake it, but it will be good if you're not making any sudden movements. And again, you can also add this magnet. This is specifically used for the back of your laptop. Just slap that onto the side, and then you can have the magnet. See how strong that is? Much stronger, but it's not 100% necessary to use this. So those little details really do matter with this. Okay, so let's get into some of the features here of this recording device. So we'll go over, all the different buttons here, the different modes, how to connect your earbuds to Bluetooth, and then go over the web app as well as the phone app, that we get a full picture of what this actually could do. Okay, so this is the normal recording mode. So let's go ahead and first turn it on. Go ahead and hold the power button. It'll vibrate. The light will come on, and we're ready to record. And the room mode uses super wideband audio and advanced microphone technology to make sure there's high quality recordings in real world environments. So it's a really high quality recording. And using this mode, this is the room mode. So this just acts as a standalone recorder. And it's really optimized for recording face-to-face conversations, team huddles, or lectures. And the built-in microphone records clearly with a 3 meter or 10-foot radius. So you can just lay this flat on a table, you can snap it to a wall or whiteboard, and that gives you the best microphone coverage. Okay, and then we have the whisper mode. So this is designed for quick, low-profile voice notes. This is perfect for capturing ideas, reminders, or private thoughts at any time. So to activate this, just go ahead and hold down on the jog wheel here. And now we're activating the whisper mode. And we can hold this up closer to our mouth and just talk normally and talk quieter. So the whisper mode is fast, discreet, and handy. It's ideal for those spontaneous thoughts during meetings or whenever you're on the go. And you want to speak softly and not silently. So in whisper mode, it's okay to speak gently or tenderly, but avoid whispering without vocal cord vibration. So whispers lack the pitch and sound patterns that automatic speech recognition systems rely on to transcribe accurately. So for best results, you want to use a quiet, calm voice, but with clear enunciation and a natural tone. So you need to hold down the jog wheel in order to have the whisper mode activated. And when you let go, then it stops. Okay, and then we have the replay mode. So we can just double press the jog wheel and we'll enter replay mode.
Next recording.
Now we're activating the whisper closer to it. Just talk normally, talk quieter. Our mode is fast, spontaneous. So then we can hear our recordings and we can scroll through them by using the jog wheel. And you can pause it by pressing the jog wheel again. And then to exit the replay mode, just double tap. We can also use this button here to go to the next recording and this button here for the previous recording as well. I like using the jog wheel though. Okay, and then we'll get to these two buttons in a second. Then we have the mute button, so pretty simple. Just hold this down. Okay, we'll start another recording here and then we'll press the mute button and we can see that changes colors and we're muted. And then to change back, just press it once more and there we go. The recording has started again and we have unmuted. Okay, and then another great feature of this recorder is this button here, this red button. We go ahead and click this button. It toggles the bidirectional noise cancellation. So whether you're in a busy room, you have air conditioning or heater going on and that's causing a lot of noise, you can turn this on to filter that out. So a really handy button here. Okay, so before we go over the third recording mode, let's just go over the web app that comes with HiDock. That way we can understand how to transcribe things, how to summarize things, and just understand all the different features that are in this so you can take advantage of them. Okay, so we'll go ahead and connect our device to our computer with the USB-C cable provided. Okay, so one cool thing about this cable, you want to plug this part in to your computer. So two different connectors right here. So the bigger one is going to go into the computer, and on the top of this, you can use it to control your device. So pressing it once, short, will mute the microphone, and pressing it again will unmute the microphone. Long pressing will start the recording, and you'll have that blue cyan on around the jog wheel, and then long pressing again will stop the recording. So when this is on the back of your laptop, you can have this plugged in and you can control the device. That way you're not fumbling around on the back trying to find the buttons. Okay, so let's go ahead and connect this and look at the web app. Okay, so we're in the web app now. So to add your device, just go ahead and click add device and then it'll show up and then you can click it. And then we can go to our main screen here where we can do all our adjustments and transcribe and get a summary. So here are the ones that we just recorded in this review video, and this is the main recordings. So the recordings and the whispers are separated, which is really nice. So let's dig into the recordings here. So we have the name of it, and then we have the language. You usually just set this to auto, or you can always set it to whatever language that you want. Just set it to English, whatever language you're using, but the auto works really well. And then we have this template. So along with the transcription, we can have some sort of summarization in the form of a general meeting, which is the default one that's set, and then weekly team meeting, one-on-one meeting, and so on. And if you get the premium plan, then you can have all these other templates as well. So we'll leave it at the general meeting, and then we have these two options, transcribe only, so just to get the transcription of the audio, and then we have the transcribe and summarize, which will give us a summary and give us this nice little template. And we can also preview the audio as well from here. So let's do both. Okay, so we're done. That took around a minute. So now we can go and view. And we get taken to this nice screen where we have the transcription right here. We can play back the audio. Okay, we'll start another recording here and then we'll press, it plays back here and we can play back in 1.5 and 2x. And on this one, we had no voice marks. So if we added the voice marks, we could easily just go to the specific voice marks that we had. That way we can easily see where we had specific reminders where we want to look at the specific spots in the audio. Okay, and then on the right-hand side here, so then we have our meeting notes. See how it says about meeting, and this gives us a nice outline of everything. So it wasn't really a meeting, it was really just talking about the device. So it just went over the features, what I went over in the recording. So starting and muting, bidirectional noise cancellation, gives us an overview and to-do list if there is one. So really comprehensive what we could do with just our voice recordings. It's kind of, you just record and then you don't have to worry about it. Just hit the transcribe and summarize button and then you got all these insights. So really valuable here. Then it goes ahead and tags, uses AI to tag with hashtags. We can keep them, remove them. We can also add these notes to specific folders if we would like to. So if we have a specific client or a specific lecture or just specific class, we can just add folders for each one and organize them that way. And then it gives us a nice little title with the date. We can of course adjust this as well. And we can also share this if we would like to. And then we have options to copy and export, summary translation, re-summarize, and download the audio and delete the note as well. Okay, and we can do that for all of our main recordings that we have. Then we go to the whisper. So with the whisper, we can only transcribe. So we can't do the summary and use the template. So just keep that in mind. So with this, these are very short, so we'll just go ahead and transcribe only. Okay, and then we can just view. So apparently there was no voice in this one. Let's go to the one that I already transcribed, where I just said hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. And then we can see the title of it, and then we can add to our calendar, copy, and delete the note. So we also have this option to auto transcribe all of them. So, once we connect, then we can just automatically transcribe them without having to do this. So that's a nice feature we can toggle on if we want to have that transcribe everything automatically for us. We can also transfer these files. So you just go ahead and click on the check mark, and then we can transfer this to our computer, because currently they're just on the HiDock P1 right now. Okay, and then there's a live translation. That's for the premium version though. And we'll cover that in a second here. And then we have the configurations. Okay, and we'll come back to the BlueCatch in a second, because this will cover our final mode that we'll go over with the device. Okay, and we can also update our firmware here as well. Okay, and there's a nice little guide as well to talk about the buttons that we already went over. You can view here also. Okay, looking a little bit more at the web app here. So our main section, it has all of our main recordings, as well as some default ones that were already set. So here's the hello, hello one. We just click on it and we go into the note itself. We can connect our calendars. So this makes it really easy to record notes and add it to a calendar. And then we can view all our notes. Currently, this is just the whispers. There's our main notes. It's the meeting one that we just had. Okay, then we have preferences. Okay, and then we go to the AI settings. So we can change our models. So we have access to GPT-5, Gemini 3 Pro. Those are the current models at this time. Okay, so Gemini 3 Pro, that's one of the current ones at this time. ChatGPT-5, it's a little bit older of a model, but these models are more than capable of transcribing and providing summaries and providing the specific details for the templates. So it's not like you need some high level coding done. So even Claude 4.1 and ChatGPT 4.1 are more than enough to summarize. So having the latest and best model here is really not necessary. You really aren't gonna get that much better results with it. But Gemini 3.0 Pro is absolutely an excellent model for this, and it'll work very well, as well as ChatGPT 5. Okay, you can also add vocabulary, and here are the summary templates, gives you more information, and you can customize the templates if you upgrade. So that's a really cool feature, and you can view all of them and have a look at them and see if you want to use them and see if it's worth upgrading to the Pro account. Okay, integrations can hook up Google Calendar and Microsoft Outlook, and then here's the devices, and you can remove the device if you would like to, and the help center and the community in case you need any help with anything. Okay, so now we're going to go over the call mode, and we're going to pair up my AirPods with the device. So HiDock uses BlueCatch, and this is HiDock's proprietary technology that lets you record calls and conversations directly through your Bluetooth earbuds. It doesn't have to just be AirPods, just anything Bluetooth, headphones, earbuds. So you pair your earbuds to the P1, you hop on a Zoom call or a phone call, and it captures both sides of the conversation. So what that means in practice is you don't have to take your headphones off. You don't need a separate recording app running on your phone, and the other person doesn't see some bot joining the call. That's always really annoying and just feels intrusive. It just records through the earbuds you're already wearing. So that's really useful if you're in client meetings or sales calls where you're pulling out a recorder, would be awkward. It just keeps things natural. Okay, so to connect, we will go to our device and we'll go ahead and click scan. Go ahead and change the view here. So we have the HiDock right here. It's in the corner. It's connected to my docking station. So I can't quite get it all the way in, but you can see that it has the blue cyan ring, which is exactly what we want. So it indicates it's ready to pair. So what we can do now is take out our AirPods, okay, and open the case, and we can hold down the white button at the back. Then we can hear that it's paired, and we have a look. Okay, then we can see AirPods, and we can connect to them. Here the button confirmed, and it's no longer blinking blue. And then we can see that the AirPods are connected. And if we look on the side right here, we can see that this is now turned blue instead of white button. So that shows that it's connected. So when you turn on the HiDock P1 and your Bluetooth earphones are already paired, they'll reconnect automatically. And if the connection doesn't happen automatically, you just short press the BlueCatch button on the P1 to initiate a manual reconnection. And that's the button at the bottom with the earbuds. Okay, so now we are in call mode when we have our earbuds connected. So now what we do is we go into our meeting app, and then we go ahead and set HiDock P1 as both the microphone and the speaker in the audio settings. So we can go into audio settings right here. There's the microphone, HiDock P1, speaker, and we have the HiDock P1 here as well. So that is the correct setup for this. So again, call mode records from your earphones, mic, and speaker. So both your voice and the other party's voice will be captured clearly. Okay, and during the call, you can press the button to record the voice marks as well. So you'll know that you're connected when you're able to see the HiDock P1 in your meeting app. Okay, now we can connect this to our phone as well. Just plug it on in, right? And then we can download the app, the HiNotes app right here. Go to click on it, we get taken to this main screen, or we can then search all our recordings. Go ahead and press the middle button. You can see all the recordings there, including the whispers, so it's included all in one here. Then there's the BlueCatch where we can scan for Bluetooth. And there's our paired devices, the AirPods Pro, so we can reconnect them in our configuration here as well. So it's much more simplified in the iPhone and Android app. Go and click on it. We can do the transcription, any voice marks, the AI summary. We can replay the audio, share, then we can copy and export, re-summarize, summary translation, download the audio and delete as well. Then we can go ahead and look at our folders as well and go to the settings also and just give this our quota. There's really not many settings to adjust on this. Okay, so what I like about this device. So the BlueCatch earbud recording works. It's really convenient just to keep your headphones on and have everything captured. Also, the build quality of this is really solid. The metal chassis, good weight, tactile controls, doesn't feel cheap. And the AI transcription is fast, accurate, and the basic tier is free for life, which is great. And having the summary templates means you're not just, getting a wall of text. It actually gives you useful insights. And the magnetic mounting plus the USB-C touch control cable, those are the kind of thoughtful design details that make a difference in everyday use. So one thing that could be improved a little bit, as you saw the mobile app, the hardware is really polished, but the app doesn't quite match that level of polish. It's functional, it gets the job done, it just could be a little bit smoother. And the speaker identification feature, knowing who said what in a meeting, that's behind a paywall. The basic transcription is free, which is great. But if you need the advanced AI features like the speaker separation and detailed summaries with the other templates, that's gonna cost extra eventually. So just keep that in mind before you buy. So who is this for? So meeting heavy professionals, if you're in Zoom calls, client calls, and stand-up calls all day, and you're tired of just scrambling to take notes or forgetting what was discussed, BlueCatch means you keep your headphones on and everything gets captured automatically. No extra app, no bot joining the call, very smooth. It's also good for students in lectures. If you're sitting through hours of classes and hoping your handwritten notes make sense later, set this down in room mode and you get a complete transcript and summary after class. This is also good for journalists and interviewers. If you do interviews regularly, whether in person or over the phone, room mode handles in-person, call mode handles phone interviews. One device covers both scenarios. Also, this is good for people with a lot of quick ideas. If you're always thinking of things on the go but hate pulling out your phone, whisper mode captures thoughts instantly. So if you just want, a simple voice recorder to, leave a quick memo once in a while, this is probably more than you need. This is really designed for people who are recording frequently and want the AI processing on top of that. So in my opinion, the HiDock P1 is a really interesting device. The BlueCatch earbud recording is actually unique and works well, and it's a good feature that solves a real world problem. Recording calls without the awkwardness of a visible recorder or a bot joining your meeting. The hardware is solid, the transcription works well, and having everything transcribed and summarized automatically saves a ton of time. The app could use some polish, and the advanced AI features do cost extra, but for what you're getting out of the box, this is definitely worth checking out.